Hello, good morning students. Hope everything is fine. Today I am going to discuss your unit 2 portion, that is temperature and its measurement. We have already learned about temperature. So first we need to know what is temperature. Temperature is the degree of hotness and coldness of an object. Is the degree of hotness and coldness of an object. So first we need to know what is temperature. So hotness and coldness of a degree of hotness and coldness of an object. Now to measure temperature we need a particular device, that is called thermometer. So a device used for measuring the temperature of different objects is called thermometer. So here is a picture of a thermometer. This is a thermometer, commonly thermometer used in laboratories. This is called Celsius thermometer, and it is a picture of a Celsius thermometer. So it is marking from minus 10 degrees Celsius to plus 110 degrees Celsius. This is the degree sign or graduations or degree. Now there is some standard point or fixed point. Standard point in the sense the fixed temperature marked on the stem of the thermometer by the common consent of scientists are called standard points or fixed points. And there are lower standard points, there are lower standard points, and there are upper standard points. So lower standard points, its value is degree 0 degrees Celsius, as you know, and upper standard point its degree is 100 degrees Celsius. So now thermometric liquid, qualities of thermometric liquid. What are the qualities it should has? Number one, it should absorb a very small amount of heat energy from the body whose temperature is being recorded. This will not change the temperature of the body. Next, it should expand uniformly so that linear scale could be marked on the stem. So there are such things as given. I just read out some. It should not stick, that is the most important, in the sides of the capillary tube. It should not opaque, colored and shining so that it can be easily visible. It is easily visible in the capillary tube. It should be easily available in pure form. That is the more important. We use mercury and alcohol in thermometric liquid. Why are we using these two? The reasons are mercury has a very high boiling point and melting boiling point, that is a 557 degrees Celsius, and also boiling point also temperature at which mercury changes into solid is minus 39 degrees Celsius. This is the melting point and boiling point is the most important thing. And mercury does not stick, that is another important thing. Mercury does not stick in the side of the capillary tube, so it helps in recording the accurate temperature. Mercury is opaque and shining, yes, thus it can be easily seen in a fine thread in capillary tube. So that is the main reason of using mercury. And mercury needs very little heat to expand, thus it can easily record the temperature of the body without changing the temperature of the body. That is the most important reasons of using mercury. Next we have reason of using alcohol in thermometer. Freezing point of alcohol is less than minus 100 degrees Celsius, thus alcohol thermometer can be used to measure very low temperatures such as temperature in Arctic and region. Mercury thermometer cannot be used for measuring very low temperature. Alcohol expands more than mercury for the same rise or fall in temperature. Alcohol can be brightly colored and hence can easily be seen in the glasses of the capillary tube. These are the major reasons of using mercury and alcohol in thermometer as thermometric liquid. To measure temperature scale and their interconversion, there are thermometric scales are there: Celsius, Kelvin, Fahrenheit. You have already heard these terms. So what are they? Celsius scale is starting from 0 degree to ends of 100 degrees Celsius. And Kelvin scale, that is the SI unit of temperature. It starts from, so here Kelvin scale 0K equal to minus 273 Celsius. So in temperature Kelvin, so if you want to measure the temperature in Kelvin, what you will do, temperature in Celsius plus it will be added to 273, so you will get the result easily. Here for example they have given, and if we do the reverse one, we have to subtract. So here given the example, what are the example, 30 degrees Celsius equal to 30 plus 273, it will be 303 K. There should be no degree sign, please remember it, and this one you have to subtract, it will get the value. And in case of Celsius and Fahrenheit there will be degree sign, but in Kelvin there is no degree sign. In case of Fahrenheit also, so its scale starts from 32 degree F, and upper is a lower standard point, and upper standard point 212 degree C. Okay, now how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Celsius, Kelvin? So this is the standard formula, C by 5 equal to F minus 32 by 9. C by 5 equal to F minus 32 by 9. So this is sorry. So this is the standard formula. We can convert through this formula, or by using these two formulas also we can use. It is the main formula. So C equal to 5 by 9 F minus 32, F equal to 9C by 5 plus 32. Next, now temperature in Kelvin to measure, it will be temperature in degrees Celsius plus 273. So this is a very small section, so it's some parts you already knew about that. So please student go through the chapter. I am already providing the question answer, please numericals also, please in my PDF. So please go through the chapter. This you need to force them very well. If you have any doubt, any query, please contact me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.